Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Namahom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratashe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Demustate Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have, we are reading 11th chapter. Probably mostly we have to begin from the ninth shloka today, where the universal form Krishna has displayed it and Arjun has been given a special eye. A special vision is only given to Arjuna by awarding him a password of special eye, which Krishna has given, and nobody else is able to see it. But somehow, somebody else who is not on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is also able to see the universal form of the Lord, and that is the password is given to him by Vyasdev. He is Sanjay. So he is not sitting. Amazing. The people who are who are standing on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, none of them are able to see Krishna's universal form. It's so huge that it is evident, that it is unlimited in all directions. But yet, none of the people are able to see it, who are standing in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But far away, sitting in Hastinapur, Sanjay, in the palace, from inside the palace, he is able to see the the universal form of the Lord, and he is also describing that universal form to Dhritarashtra, who was blind by eyes and by intelligence, spiritual intelligence also. So we'll begin from where we have to 11.9 over here. Sanjaya Uvacha Evam Uktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari Darshayam Asapaparthaya Paramam Rupam Aishwaram Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. Yes, read.
Translation. Sanjay said, O king, having spoken thus, the supreme lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna.
So now Sanjay is saying, O king means Dhritarashtra. Now Krishna is showing his universal form uh, to Arjuna. This means entire Bhagavad Gita is being heard and probably also repeated. It's been heard by Sanjay also and repeated to Dhritarashtra also. But Dhritarashtra is not going to change. He's not changing. And now, in fact, he will be hearing Krishna's universal form. And the last words also he will hear towards the last, that wherever there is a Krishna, there will be opulence, victory, and all those things. Still, he should stand up and say, "Stop the war, give back the kingdom to the Pandavas, save Kauravas. They will be die, they will die, they will enter to the, already they are entering into the mouth of the universal form I saw. Stop it." No, but is attached. He's attached not to his son, no, not to anyone else. He's just attached to his own sense gratification post. That's a typical nature of attachment. So he that's why we are saying he was blinded. He was blind by his eyes, and he was blind of also his spiritual, intelligence, spiritual intelligence. He just was mad after fulfilling his own need, his own wishes. No, so in one way, we can say that he gave he gave his sons in sacrifice for fulfilling his own desires. In one way, we can say it. The next shloka. So now these are few shlokas, over here, which will be spoken by till no 14 number shloka will be spoken by Sanjay itself to Dhritarashtra. He is explaining what he is seeing, and then Arjuna will start speaking what he is seeing to Krishna. अनेकवक्त्रनयनम् अनेकद्भुतदर्शनम् अनेकदिव्य आभरणम् दिव्य अनेको दिव्य अनेकोदयतायुधम् दिव्या दिव्यमलयम् अम्बरधारम् दिव्यगन्धानुलो अनुलेपनम् सर्वसाश्चर्यमयम् देवम् अनन्तम् विश्वतोमुखम्. So he is singing this prayer, this explanation. Read.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. Purport: in these two verses, the repeated use of the word many indicates that there was no limit to the number of hands, mouths, legs, and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe, but by the grace of Lord, Arjuna could see them while sitting in one place. That was due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna.
As Prabhupada is mentioning it, the opulence was scattered throughout the universe, but because of the mercy of the Lord, the Chinta Shakti of the Lord, no, that was visible to Arjuna in one place while he was sitting, while he's sitting in his, while he's standing in his chariot in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So over here, so Aneka, so Sanjay is not able to count how many mouths, eyes are there. So that's why he's saying Aneka. So Sahasra Bahava Bhava, Vishwamurte. So the use of the word Aneka actually indicates that the arms and eyes were numerous. They were uncountable. Instead of just saying several, he is using the word Aneka. So his eyes are everywhere, his faces are everywhere. Wherever he turns around, Sanjay is seeing is describing. And I see his face, I see his eyes, I see his everything. It's very astonishing. It's Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. You know. And above to it also, there's a very celestial fragrance and ointment, which is a very celestial fragrance where I am able to smell it. Amazing, he is able to smell it. Because there is no conception of seeing celestial fragrance. Fragrance is smelled. So, over here, it seems that although sitting in Hastinapur, he is able to smell the fragrance of, I don't know how, of the Vishwaroop, and celestial fragrance and ointments. It was and it was very shining form of the Lord, and Vishwato and his face was in all direction. That's it is one way it is ghastly, to see somebody is everywhere. His faces are everywhere, but also inside he was wearing beautiful cloth, and and has celestial ornaments and celestial garlands and garments and celestial saint smeared over his body. So this is a combination of an uh, s- I would say the combination of ghastliness and simultaneously you can say also sophistication, sophistications. The ghastliness is also there, and a very sophisticated way also is there because his garments is celestial, his divine saint is celestial, his form is ghastly, many eyes everywhere, faces everywhere, and unlimited. No, it's unlimited, wonderful vision. That's what Sanjay is saying. Next, this chapter, no, at least the Vishwaroop Darshan will go very fast. And anyhow, I feel I have exceeded my number of sessions which I'm supposed to take. I have to complete fast 11th and 12th chapter now. The 12th number shloka, bro. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapad Utthitah Yadhi Bha Yadhi Baha Sadrashiya Sasya Bhasastasya Mahatmana. Read.
If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Perfect. What Arjuna saw was indescribable, yet Sanjaya is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation as far as it can be understood to an imaginable phenomenon that is thousands of.
Yeah, so actually, this means the form which is as you're seeing is you know, far, brighter than suns, but he is just telling to Dhritarashtra, and so that he can comprehend what Krishna is showing. Uh, that's what has been said over here. So he is compared. uh, so the universal form is wondrous, is brilliant, unlimited, and all expanding. So Sanjay uses metaphor to compare it with something which is as because the form is unimaginable. But just to explain Dhritarashtra, he is using some imaginable things so that he can bit comprehend it. So it is like over here what we are hearing the description by Sanjay is like of a rasgulla being described by its structure, by its viscosity, by its diameter, by the process of making. But that can't give you the full understanding of rasgulla till the point you don't eat it. No, but Dhritarashtra can't eat because he can't see, so he's just giving it. Means the form which has been described right now by Sanjay, is the description is just a metaphor. In actuality, it was much more. Uh, so so he's just using these uh, you know, metaphors to aid Dhritarashtra's understanding over here. So next, uh, now we'll now actually Now the last verse probably is spoken over here. One or no, no second last verse of Sanjay's description of the universal form. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, yeah. तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं प्र प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्यद् देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा.
At that time, Arjuna could see the universal form of the Lord, the unlimited expansion of the universe, situated in one place, also divided into many, many thousands. Purport. The word there is very significant. Sorry. The word tatra there is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjuna saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of planets. As we learn from Vedic scriptures, there are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewels, some are very great, some are not so great, etc. Sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all these, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna.
So, this is a typical, the form is so big, as I said to you, but was only visible yeah, to Arjun because he had the right eyes given by Krishna. Same way, uh, the glories of the Lord is vividly been described everywhere, but only devotees who have the eye of love for Krishna appreciates it, hears it, relishes it, shares it with others. No, mm, nobody else. As so, this is truth. One who is been blessed by Lord, because of the sincerity which a devotee shows in his practice. Only he will be able to access Krishna. Although, as such, Krishna is available for everyone. He is so much available that he is in everyone's heart, but he is locked up also. Locked up also in the sense that he is inaccessible also and accessible also simultaneously. He is inaccessible uh, because he is password protected. What is the password? What is the password? Is the sincerity of devotion service or great eagerness to know him, to love him, to serve him. One who has and blessed and is blessed by the Guru Parampara, he will that is the password to to access the most accessible. He is most accessible, but he is most inaccessible also. He is present everywhere in our heart also, but he is most inaccessible because most because we don't have that eye. So, but Arjun has given by Krishna, so he is able to see. Nobody else is able to see. That's what has been said over here. That so this truth stands truth for all the descriptions of Lord, even his personal form also, his name also, his katha also. Not not everybody will dive deep into it. We may read. Somebody may read many books about Krishna. Somebody may actually even describe Krishna a lot. That may also can happen. But but they may not be able to access Krishna. So this is something which is very much you say is quite you know is quite uh, achintya in one way. So one has to know the sincerity is a price that we have to pay to attain Krishna. There is no other way. So over here he is seeing it, everything. And Arjuna saw a part situated in one part and a different, and like that he is. So on a battlefield, because Dhritarashtra is asking, अच्छा उसने देखा तो क्या हुआ? अर्जुन ने देखा, संजय से पूछ रहे हैं वो, देखा तो क्या हुआ? And then what happened? Oh, then Sanjay is explaining this verse. That Arjuna then saw the whole universe, all various parts in one place, as was explained in the previous chapters. So that's what he is saying. Sanjay is replying back to uh, Dhritarashtra's question. So Krishna, you told me Krishna showed the universal form. Then what happened to Arjuna? This is what happened. That's what he is seeing. So now the next verse he says about the 14th number shloka. ततः स ततः स विस्मयाविष्टो हृष्टरोमः धनञ्जयः प्रणमय शिरसा देवं कृताञ्जलिरभाषत. Yeah, read.
Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjun bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. Purport. Once the divine vision is revealed, the relationship between Krishna and Arjun changes immediately. Before, Krishna and Arjun had a relationship based on friendship, but here, after revelation, Arjun is offering obeisances with great respect and folded hands. He is praying to Krishna. He is praising the universal form. Thus, Arjun's relationship becomes one of wonder rather than friendship. Great devotees see Krishna as the reservoir of all relationships. In the scriptures, there are 12 basic kinds of relationships mentioned, and all of them are present in Krishna. It is said that he is the ocean of all the relationships exchanged between two living entities, between gods or between Supreme Lord and his devotees. Here, Arjun was inspired by the relationship of wonder, and in that wonder, although he was by nature very sober, calm, and quiet, he became ecstatic. His hair stood up and he began to offer his obeisances unto the Supreme Lord with folded hands. He was not, of course, afraid. He was affected by the wonders of the Supreme Lord. The immediate context is wonder. His natural loving friendship was overwhelmed by wonder, and thus he reacted in this way.
So the Lord is known as Akhila Rasamrita Murti. So Prabhupada is writing, this is explaining over here to us that he is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Uh, he is he has all rasas within him. Whichever rasa a devotee, no, a devotee actually wants to have with Krishna, Krishna manifests in that way. So, and that is why dealing with Krishna, those who are his great devotees, they are always they're always they're always on the edge of their seat because it's always very enthusiastic. They are always enthusiastic because Krishna is very dynamic. Here, see, some people in this world you will see either they are very serious people or they are very casual people, right? No? You will not see casual people, and serious together. Very, very rare it will happen. Lord Krishna can manifest all these qualities, uh, at his will, according to the why how the devotee approaches to it. That's just called Akhila Rasamrita Murti. So he has 12. He is Rashika Shekhar. So he's the embodiment of all rasas. So over here, one of the rasa which has been explained over here is wonderful, is wondrous. So as such, the permanent rasa of Arjuna with Krishna is Sakhya Bhav in with reverence. You know, but now that Sakhya Bhav with reverence is changing to wondrous. Oh my Lord, is so great. So the his Sthai Bhav remains the Sakhya only of with reverence. Now he is for a time being. he is exhibiting also a very wonderful, and in that wondrous way, his hairs are standing. It's not that, never feel that his hair is standing because something very, something now which he is seeing is higher than his Sakyaras. No, in Sakya it is a part. No, when your batch will read, but this will be beyond your NOD level. But this is what has been said. So, the five primary rasas and the seven secondary rasas, right? Na itna to you all know it. uh. So these are the secondary rasas which is been not to never to understand that now something which is showing to Arjuna is feeling a great ecstasy. His ecstasy is what? Ecstasy is already an ecstasy with relationship with Krishna, but now something wonderful is been exhibited. So his Sakya bhav changes towards the wondrous way more. So that's why he is something new, very unimaginable for. But it doesn't mean that he will like to see that this form longer. Uh, if that would have been that it would have touched his heart, Arjuna's heart, more than the 200 form of Krishna. This form, if would have touched the heart of Arjuna more than the 200 form of Krishna, then he would have never told. Later on, if he's going to say in this, oh, बहुत हो गया, अभी बंद कर दो ये form. Show me your 200 form only. He would have never told. Why he would have told? So this is so we have to understand this, that Arjuna's relationship with became one of the wonder rather than friendship for a time being. But he didn't. But his thigh bhav, his permanent bhav is with this only. He, like, someday like a child may go to his father's office and he's very amazed. Oh my lord, सब मेरे पिताजी को इतना ये करते. But he's happy about it. He's very excited to see what is how my father is great. But his sthai bhav, his the sthai bhav of the child to his father is of a paternal parental relationship, not of that. He will like that. Not that the father also comes with that same entourage in the home and the child will be happy. He said, "ठीक है, it was good. I was excited to see your entourage in the office, but not over here. You know, I'm happy with that parental relationship. Same way. So over here, this is how it has to be understood. So Arjun was inspired by the relationship wonder, and in that wonder, although his nature was sober, calm, and quiet, he became ecstatic. Hair stood up. He began to offer his obeisances to the Supreme Lord with folded hands. He was not afraid, but he was shaking. He knew is Krishna, but he was he was also amazed by his amazement, his wonderfulness, his wondrous relationship of wonder has made him shake, and later on many things will come up. It's been said. So one thing we have to understand, or we should pray to Krishna. That see over here, there is one kind of emotion which Arjun is feeling. uh, and one kind of emotion Arjun was undergoing at the beginning of Bhagavad Gita when he was saying, I will not fight. So that emotion and this emotion, both are emotions. You know, that emotion was ignited in him because of his mental feelings for his relatives. Over here, now in the 11th chapter, his emotion is arising for Krishna because of the wondrous feeling, the wondrous thing that he's seeing it over here. But actually, so Arjuna is beholding this majestic, all-pervading universal form, and Shura is overwhelmed by it, by extraordinary emotion. So, but his present emotion in the 11th chapter has arisen because of the majesty of Krishna. And at the end of Gita, Arjuna will also say something. He declares at the end of Bhagavad Gita, he will declare. What he will declare? He declares that he is experiencing what he is experiencing is not a powerful emotion, but a profound calm that enables him to focus single-mindedly on the service to you. So, what it means? So, Arjuna's range of emotion for Krishna and non-emotional experience. From non-emotional experience in the first chapter to 11th chapter over here, emotional experience for Krishna, you know, is not a very big thing. Is not something which a devotee like Arjuna aspires for. What he actually, what is being, what is the, no, whatever emotion comes, you know, the devotee thinks if it helps me to appreciate you, to serve you, it's fine. If it is not, if it does not helps me to deepen my absorption in you, I'm not at all, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered with it. So neither I'm looking for such emotions, which deepens my absorption in you. Neither I am so much, and neither surely I don't want negative. What I want, my dear Lord, is very simple. I want, let me run towards, no, let me neither run towards pleasant emotions like ecstasy, nor run away from unpleasant emotions like anxiety. Let me walk towards you, my dear Lord, march towards you, indeed run towards you with an attitude of service. Bless me, my dear Lord, to prioritize connection with you over my emotions for you. And thus, so that I always remain in service of you. Whatever situations and emotions may come during my life journey, my service to you should not be hampered. If something good emotion come towards you and deepens my absorption, fine. Something bad comes, let me not get affected by it. Neither I want this, neither I want this. What I want is a service to you. You know? Not that, so he's prioritizing his connection of servantship to Krishna. We should prioritize that than the emotions. Why? Because emotions, we do read about, we do say Krishna Bhavana Amrit. Prabhupada has named the ISKCON as that. You know, we are Krishna Bhavana Amrit. But at our stage over here, uh, see that Bhavana which arises in the great souls for Krishna is Sthai. Our Bhavana is not Sthai. So as a devotee, who's a sadhaka, he should more focus on developing, prioritizing service over emotions. Because while serving Krishna, there will be all kinds of emotions that may come to us. Sometimes while serving Krishna, devotees will praise you. You will feel a great good emotion. Sometimes some people will criticize you. Then you may feel negative emotion, whatsoever it be. It's a positive or negative emotion. Let the service continue. Let my service attitude deepens. Not so that is why we are not to be too so serious about emotions currently. What is the more important is my service to you. So same way when while you chant, you know, don't focus more on emotion. Why I'm not getting tears in my eyes? Hey, that's even if you get tears, then what? You know. So more important is to chant attentively, respectfully, consistently. That is more important than looking for emotions. Many times devotees you know, try to bring out the emotions from within somehow. That is not the way of devotional service. So this is something which we can pray or understand while reading this particular shloka, which has been spoken by Arjuna, by Sanjay. for Arjuna while describing to Dhritarashtra what Arjun did after seeing the universal form. Do you have any questions before I change? Before we change the section? Any questions you have?
So,
Yeah.
as you mentioned that we have to prioritize service above emotions, or specifically told about chanting also. Sometimes it happens that although you try to chant attentively and respectfully, but still it becomes mechanical sometimes.
Now, if it is attentive, how it can be mechanical? I don't know. If it is attentive, it is not more mechanical. Yeah, we might not have emotions for it. So that's what I am saying it. We don't have to look for emotion right now. Emotion is a gift of Krishna. He will give. He gives or not gives. That's up to him. We have to deepen one's service attitude. Let me, if you are calling out, you're remembering while touching the bead, you're remembering that, oh, this is the lotus feet of the Lord. While touching the lotus feet of the Lord, I am asking, my dear Lord, please engage me in your service. That's it. If it's attentively been chanted respectfully, it's no more mechanical. Mechanical it is when it is inattentively been chanted, mindlessly been chanted. Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else has anything to share or ask? Okay, fine. We'll go ahead. Good. We are going with a good speed. Yes. So now Arjun explanation of the universal form has been described over here. So he is speaking directly to Krishna. Arjuna uvacha Pashyami devam stava deva dehe sarvam statha bhuta vishesha sangham brahmanam isham kashmala asanastham rishimscha sarvan uragamscha divyan. Please read.
Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. Perfect. Arjuna sees everything in the universe. Therefore, he sees Brahma, who is the first creature in the universe, and the celestial serpent upon which the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu lies in the lower regions of the universe. This snake pet is called Vasuki. There are also other snakes known as Vasuki. Arjuna can see pla- lotus flower planets where Brahma, the first creator of the universe, resides. That means that from the beginning to end, everything could be seen by Arjuna, who was sitting in one place on the chariot. This was possible by the grace of the Supreme Lord Krishna.
So some explanation may look repetitive. No, it's not something a mistake because it's not a mistake. Why? Because different people vision has been described. Before to it, we read a general description of the form of the Vishwarup, uh, being written by Vyasa. You know. Then we heard about Sanjaya, his vision of the Vishwarup. Now Arjuna's vision of Vishwarup has been described. So there will be some kind of repetitions. So we don't have to worry about that. So here he is now Arjun is actually Arjun is saying. So after when Arjuna looked at Krishna again and again, the gazing, he's gazing upon him. So, and Uddipan, these all are words which will be used. You know, Uddipan of instigation of rasa of wonder happened, right? No? His stairs and you know, so they are, there are five components, Satvika Bhav, Anubhava. At least you should know it. At least you know it so that you understand Bhagavad Gita also has a lot of deepening. If you want to read in this form, in this way, Bhagavad Gita, to see how the emotions has been exchanged, that is also possible. So in Rasa there are five components: Satvika Bhava, Anubhava, Sanchari Bhava, Vibhava, and Sthai Bhava. So so over here his Sthai Bhava was, as I told to you, was friendship. So now it moved towards because of the Vishwaroop which he saw. It was some other bhav was also triggered. Uh, so the bhav which was triggered was avashcharya, the wonder. So that was his sanchari bhava. So he is feeling that. Now in this he is saying, with all that feeling he is saying that what he is saying. Oh, I see a collection of creatures born from wombs, you know, from Bhuta Vishesha, as well as Brahma with four heads, Vishnu, which is Antaryami within lotus, and within the lotus seated Brahma, who is Garbhodaya, I see snake such as Vasuki. So he is seeing, Prabhupada is writing, he's seeing the creation, he's seeing the maintenance, he's seeing the destruction. All three. Vasuki, he emanates fire, and that Ananta, he's seeing that also. He is seeing the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu also, and he is seeing the Brahma also, who is the secondary creator. So he's seeing everything in the body of the Lord. That's what is being explained over here. Next, he says, uh, next shloka, he explains it. Aneka, this is shloka, yes. Aneka bahu udara vaktra netram. It's the same, like Sanjay. Aneka word. Aneka bahu udara vaktra netram. पश्यामि त्वं सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपम् ननन्तं न मध्यं च पुनश्च तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूप. Yeah, read.
As Scripture, O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. Perfect. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is unlimited, and thus through him everything could be seen.
Yeah, so that's what he is saying next. He says, Kritinam gadinam chakrinam cha tejo rasim sarvato diptimantam pashyami tava durunirikshayam samantad dip diptanala diptanalarkadyutam aprameyam. Yes.
Your, your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides, like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs.
So that's what he's saying. Similar, glaring effulgence. You read. What was how Sanjay uh, spoke this glaring effulgence to Dhritarashtra? With what analogy, metaphor? He explained it. Who will say?
Thousands of suns.
Thousands of suns. That's what. No, so but here over here he is declared. He is not using metaphor because he doesn't have to explain anything to Krishna. What he's seeing he's just speaking it out. So then next one he says, Tvam aksharam Tvam aksharam paramam vidittavyam Tvam asaya vishvasya param nidhanam Tvam avyaya saswata dharma gopta sanatanas purusho mato me.
You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion.
So after seeing the universal form, no, this is his opinion, which is very clearly he's stating it over here. So, so he's stating his opinion over here. Uh, Somebody will say, why? He's stating his opinion so that the people who will be, so that people who will come down the line will read it, may appreciate his opinion and enhance their devotion. So over here, because he is using a very important word, uh, uh, no, he's using the word sanatanam, you know, sanatanam tam purusho mato me tam avyaya saswata dharma gopta. See, each of these can be explained in a very detailed way, but no, it will become a different class. That you are, while you are reading, you should be careful about it over here. What? Because he is saying what? Are you are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible. You are unending. You are oldest. You are the maintainer of eternal religion. Sanatana Dharma Gopta. So, no, this is my opinion. So, no, see, you are the shelter of everything. You are indestructible. You are protector of eternal Dharma. I know you. You are an ancient person. So, this is something. So, seeing this inconceivable great power, I am convinced about you. And that is the purport of this verse when he's saying, this is my opinion. So you are to be known, you are to be known, nothing else to be known. Because if somebody knows you, might or not knows everything. Because everything is within you. We say, one who knows Krishna, he knows everything. Why? Because everything is within Krishna. Is within Krishna also everything, and is without Krishna also everything is there. You know, so the higher knowledge is that by which the indestructible Brahman is apprehended. That is a higher knowledge, and Vedas this gives that, and you are known as a truth with all opulences. See, you are the shelter, you are the nidhanam. You are not just the shelter of the universe, you are the shelter of all the opulences also. You are indestructible, you are avyaya. You are the protector of dharma. So, and you are alone. Alone, the ancient person, Sanatana Purusha. So, Saswata Dharma Gopta, Sanatana Purusha. You know, so, so that's what is being, has been said. He is the cause, the master of the senses, and he has no lord or creator. Because he is Sakaranam, Karanadipido, Na chasya kaschid, Janita cha adapiha. So that's what he is. This is his mat which he is presenting. And anybody who has, you know, who because he is a char, he is a great warrior. He's seeing the form. And after seeing the form, he is giving his opinion, and is a very valuable opinion. So in this particular shloka, while he is explaining it over here in the verse number 18. Over here, actually, he is very beautifully stating about the greatness of the Lord. So each word, as I'm not explaining it over here, but I'm really saying it is a is very very important. Can be thought about a lot, and that is how one gets absorption in the Lord. That's one of the way of getting absorption in the Lord. If somebody wishes to, you can think a whole day. How is the resting place of the universe. Okay, let me, because some of you might be sleeping. I have a question for you all. Who will explain me when we say what, or who will explain me what do you mean by you are the ultimate resting place of this universe? You just explain me this in your of you. Before I go ahead, I want to know what do you mean by that he is the resting place of all this universe? None of you asked the question, so I am asking. What do you mean by it? Speculation is also allowed. Do it. Yeah.
Usually means that ultimately the universe is maintained by Krishna only.
Who is speaking?
There's
Yeah, yeah. Boli, boli, boli.
ultimately Krishna is only maintaining the entire universe. So everything in the universe is ultimately maintained by Krishna, and it is in that way.
Okay. Anybody else like to say something more? His ultimate resting place. Yes, bro.
Also, Prashant, like from Lord comes Mahavishnu, and like
Uh,
after annihilation of this universe, everybody, like every jiva of this world, gets merged into the body of Mahavishnu. So
okay.
that way, I guess it gets resting place.
Okay. Somebody can say it in more of a, how do you understand in the personal life? Is resting place of all the universe, the ultimate resting place. The word ultimate is also very important. Yeah. How you relate it in your own life? Any one of you? Huh?
Hare Krishna,
He
Prabhuji.
is, yes, true.
Actually, Krishna is providing everything for our daily needs, and actually, in the Bhagavad Gita also it is said that Nityo Nityanam Chetana Chetana Eko Bhavana Vidati Kaman, and also he is giving the remembrance, power to forgetfulness, Matta Smriti Jnanam Apohanam Cha. So
Uh,
ultimate shelter and the maintenance actually is the Krishna. Actually,
uh,
we are as in the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasya Ahankara Vimaratma Kartamiti Manyate. So
uh,
actually, we are just doing the under the we are laws of material nature. So
uh,
Krishna is giving the direction. So
uh,
is the ultimate shelter and the resting place.
okay. Okay, very good. To some degree, it's very good. Yes. Actually, ultimate resting place of this means, see, rest, everything rests on you. See, when we're saying universe, the universe means our body is a part of the universe, right? No? A subtle and gross body. A subtle and gross body, sir, rests on you. You know, not just not just me, the soul is a part and parcel of you. Somebody will say, yeah, soul is part and parcel. The body is not a part and parcel of the Lord. Yes, so the body can be, body actually, is not so much connected to the Lord. No, we have been said, Arey, that is all the resting place of this body is also the Lord only. The gross and the subtle body, because that's what this comes from the 24 elements of the universe. So all the 24 elements, which is, of which this entire universe is made, rests in Him. So my body, my gross and subtle body, actually rests in Him. Means what? Rest in Him as in sleeps in Him. Rest in Him is dependent on Him. So my every action, that I make, and every thought which I make, which I get or think, action to the gross body and thought in the subtle body, in the mind, is its resting place is Krishna. Means, see, when you rest, you find peace. Do you agree? Do you agree, no? When the mind is very hyperactive, you don't get rest. Why we sleep? We sleep so that we are rejuvenated. We feel a peaceful day. Next day, you wake up very fresh. So all our body, our thought are supposed to rest in Krishna. If it is not resting in Krishna means what? Has to be engaged in the service of Krishna. And if it doesn't rest in Krishna, it will be always agitated, will always be in anxiety, will always be wandering, wandering souls. If it is used in the service of the Lord, the body also not body can't feel. But body is being used in a proper way because it rests, because the body rests in Krishna. Our mind rests in Krishna. Our intelligence rests in Krishna. It doesn't rest for it doesn't rest anywhere else. It will not rest for any other cause other than service of Krishna. So when it is so like that, many things can be shared, can be thought about while Krishna is showing his uniform and Arjuna is explaining him in this way. Uh, the another word which is very important over here is, as I told you already, Shasvata Dharma Goptaha. These all are something, Dharma resides in him. So Dharma resides in him. Dharma he is a maintainer of Dharma. He is a creator of the Dharma. So now that is why actually, when Advaita Acharya in when the Lord actually, Lord Chaitanya as a Nimaya Pandit, Advaita Acharya asked him, show me. One day he told, show me the universal form which you showed it to Arjuna. And the Lord showed it. And Arjuna and Advaita Acharya also got into here's a Uddipan of a bhava. And he went in ecstasy, started dancing. Very madly he started dancing. And Nityananda Prabhu understood that Lord is showing his universal form to Advaita Acharya and Advaita Bhavan. He also came and he knocked the door, you know. And Nityananda Prabhu was already dancing, assuming, thinking that what universal form he would be showing. And then Advaita Acharya opens the gate and says, "From where you came?" He's very, in a joking way, they are having a very wonderful pastime. And both of them are dancing in ecstasy while Nimaya Pandit shows the universal form. So both of them, so it was proven. And Mahaprabhu is the Shasvata Dharma Gupta. He is the one who is going to maintain, inaugurate, create the eternal religion of Kali Yuga also. So they were very happy. So Tam Avyaya Shasvata Dharma Gopta. So he is the maintainer of the eternal religion. He maintains that religion. He is the one maintains the religion. What is the eternal religion? So, what is the eternal religion? Our eternal religion is Jivara Sarupohe Krishna Dhita. This is our eternal religion. You know? This is our eternal situation. So that situation is also maintained by the Lord. It is not that we are devotees on our own strength. We are devotees and we will perfect the devotional process but by the mercy of the Lord, because He is the maintainer of that eternal religion. And He will award somebody that eternal religion, then only will be achieved, else not. So the last shloka which over here, we'll just read it, 19th number, and then we end for today. Read it. अनादिमध्यन्तम् अनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तबहुं शशिसूर्यनेत्रम् पश्यामि त्वं दीप्तहुताशवक्त्रं स्वतेजसविश्वम् इदं तपन्तम्.
You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own read. But there is no limit to the extent of the six opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here and in many other places there is repetition. But according to the scripture, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not a literary weakness. It is said that at a time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, statements are repeated over and over. That is not a flaw.
Yeah, and that's the same also happens in Bhagavatam also. Sukadeva Goswami in great sometimes repeats. So, repetition in the great ecstasy. So that's why I said to you, there will be repetition, but there is not a problem. Okay, because we have some time, we'll finish off Arjuna's. Next he says, Dvai apritvi idam anar द्वयो अपृथ्वे इदम् अन्तरं हि व्याप्तिं त्वया ऐकेन दिशश्च सर्वः दृष्ट्वा अद्भुतं रूपम् उग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रभयत् प्रवर्तितं महन्तम्. Yeah.
Translation. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O Great One, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are permuted.
Hey, perturbed.
Perturbed.
Perturbed. This is very important. Yes.
Purport. Dhyaya Prithviyo, the space between heaven and earth, and Lokatrayam, the three words, are significant words in this verse because it appears that not only did Arjun see this universal form of the Lord, but others in the other planetary system saw it also. Arjuna's seeing of the universal form was not a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw that universal form on the battlefield.
So this is something now new. So audience to the universal form is getting added. Arjuna was not only the audience, even the people on the other planetary system. So this form was so huge that it was beyond Earth. It was not limited into the diameter, the circumference of the Earth. This is very amazing, no? Vaman Dev, when he touched the circumference of the Earth and by his toe cracked, and that's how the Ganga, the celestial Ganga, the heavenly, the spiritual world, water comes into it. But over here, he is showing a form which is beyond. He is we have understanding of circumference of Earth made up of many layers of things. Surely over there, Vaman Dev cracked the material universe covering. He is showing his this form within the material universe entirely, but interplanetary. And there is no circumferences, there's no boundaries of the planets which is obstructing him. Because he's the creator of the boundaries. He's a maintainer of the boundaries. He's a destructor of the boundaries. So he is Dvayo Aprithvir Idam Antaram Hi. So he is actually, you are spread. He is saying very clearly, sir, you are spread everywhere. Uh, so I see you without beginning, middle, or end. You have infinite virya. Oh, your all these opulences are infinite. You have Ananta Bahum. You have eyes like sun and moon. Your eyes are also very pleasing like the moon to the devas who are obedient to you, and hearts like sun that the demons who disobey you. Your mouths are like a blazing fire, similar to the fire of destruction. So he's and then he says over here that my dear Lord, the space between the heaven and earth and all directions are also pervaded by you. The space between. It is not that the Lord is in the heaven and in the earth, in the planet. No, in between also the space. He is only there. So seeing this ferocious, astounding, and unlimited form of yours, my dear Lord, the entire world is perturbed, is agitated, is fearful, which Arjun could able to understand. O shelter of all, it is understood that now for seeing the war, the devas, the asuras, the gandharvas, the kinnaras, and all others who are friendly or neutral has gathered. Not only Arjuna was given celestial eyes, they were also given celestial eyes by the Lord to see this world. So to make it very clear to everyone, one who is on the adharma has to has to be finished. I'll finish them anyhow. So if only Arjuna could see that form, it would have been like a like a would have been like a sleeping person seeing chariots on other objects in a dream. But over here, see, others are also witnessing this form. So Sanjay was witnessing already. Now others are also witnessing it. So Lord did it so that many others could bear the witness, His power, and this his showing of his universal form will be stamped by many people. So any Tom, Dick, and Harry which will come ahead in the Kali Yuga, if he says, "I am God," we can boldly ask him, "Show me your universal form." So that's how it has been. It's been said over here. So we end over here for today. Tomorrow we'll begin from 21st shloka. If you have any questions you ask tomorrow, that will be fine. Okay, very cool. So we end. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.